So continuing on with crop development, the first thing we got to do is get a crop established. So right now we're into some replant decisions out in the fields. So what started out as a promising season has thrown a curve at us, and we got some emergence issues with some heavy crusting, a slow, cool accumulation of heat units to get this crop out of the ground. But currently, we've received a rapid accumulation of crop heat units sufficient to get some of this early planted corn out of the ground. So now we're out checking for viable plant stands. So current activities to bust up this crust have included rotary hoeing, running over the field with an empty corn planter again, shallow cultivation on an angle, or dragging harrows across the field, anything that give us a chance of busting up that crust and loosening up, giving a chance for more plants to come through. And after doing all that, to get the crop to merge, we still have to check to make sure we have a viable plant stand at the end. We want to make sure we have sufficient population to get us our yield potential we're looking for. So to do that, we use this following table to kind of assess what the potential risks and downsides are. So if the original plant stand planted April 20th at 30,000, it has a yield potential 94%, or roughly 188 bushel the acre. If you go back to that field, let's hypothetically say we went back today and we only found 20,000 plants per acre, that yield potential drops to 86%. So only 172 bushels originally if the field was capable of 200 bushel. And so that's a 16 bushel loss just due to lower plant population. So if we locate a new planting date, say May 29th, when we get back in the field and we're going to full stand at 30,000, yield potential jumps to 91%. But that gives us about 182 bushel yield potential on that field. So we compare the original 20,000 with April 20th planting date versus a new planting date at full population. We're only gaining roughly about 10 bushel the acre. So those are some of the things to consider in a replant. And some of the other things that come to mind too are what's the availability of suitable hybrids to replant. Terminating the existing stand with herbicides is usually the best practice. Make sure you understand what traits you're trying to take out. Replant policy of the seed company, additional herbicide applications if necessary, potential for higher drying cost, and increased risk of western bean cutworm infection, potentially higher DON levels are some of the other things that we might want to consider. So fields with higher yield potential, greater than 250 bushel an acre, where we're dropping 35,000 plants or more per acre, those fields will have a slightly different threshold and different considerations. But generally speaking, in most fields, if we're 20 to 22,000 uniformly distributed healthy plants, seldom would we consider replanting at this calendar date. So replant decisions are always difficult. Often the conditions that brought on the lower populations are out of our control, obviously. But going through the exercise is important to assess the plant stand, understand the risk if you take action or don't take action, and have that peace of mind of going through the exercise to know that your decision-making process went through the necessary steps to make sure we make decisions that's best for you and best for the field at that time. So always a tough situation, replant decisions. Hopefully we will get through it, and thanks for listening. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more infield shots of just what we're looking at, and carry forward from there with more on some crop development. Stay safe, stay healthy.